Hello, this is a series of videos on how finance is used in the real world. Not by people managing their personal finances, nor by governments managing the country's finances, but by managers and companies who are trying to make decisions that they have to make every day. How can they use finance to make those decisions better? This is what this series of videos is about. It's based on my book called Finance at Work, and from the title you can tell what this is about. It's based on my 35 years or more of experience of working in companies and teaching in business schools, where I find that there's a tremendous dissonance between what is taught in business schools and what people in the real world actually need to know. There appears to be almost no connection between the two. That's why I wrote this book. This book is about how finance can be used correctly and well at work. What the textbooks tell you, I would classify in three parts. Number one, what they tell you which is mostly wrong, what they tell you which is irrelevant and useless, and what they don't tell you that they should. Needless to say, all these are equally important, but we will start with what they tell you which is mostly irrelevant and useless in the real world. I will illustrate all these with a couple of stories based on my own experience, which will tell you really what this is all about. So let's start with the first story. I had just graduated, got my PhD from UCLA in finance. I taught for a couple of years at the University of Iowa, where I used to teach finance and other things. And I went to work for this company in Dallas called EDS, founded by Ross Perot. So one of the things that I was to do in my role as in the finance department was to take projects to the finance committee for approval, investment projects. Now I had always been taught in my PhD and everywhere else, and I had taught other people this, that the way you make these decisions is by doing a financial analysis which looks at the net present value and the internal rate of return, and simply if the net present value is positive you do it, if it's negative you don't do it, if the internal rate of return is greater than the cost of capital you do it, if it's less than the cost of capital you don't do it. These are the simple rules on which decisions are supposed to be based. So the project I had to take up to the finance committee was to buy a slide maker. See, in those days we didn't have PPTs and all that. We essentially made slides. Marketing department wanted to make some slides, marketing communications, and it was my job to take it up to finance committee and get it approved. So I went up there and I made my presentation. I'd done all the calculations which looked at all these things: NPV, IRR, payback, this, that, cost of capital. And to give EDS credit, they used to follow exactly what the finance textbooks say one should do. They had a cost of capital worked out, they had an NPV worked out, they had cash flow, all that. Everything they did right. So I was pretty confident that this project would get approved because I had proved every which way that it was a good project, according to what I had always been taught. Then when I went up to make the presentation, the finance committee, which was made up of people like Ross Perot and Mort Meyerson and all these big dadas sitting there, and they ripped me up and down for an hour and a half. And at the end of it, they said no. So I was sitting in the room feeling very sorry for myself. And remember, we were talking about a $20,000 investment. It was not like $100 million or something. The next thing that was to be approved was a proposal to build a data center next door. And the request was for $10 million. So I was, naturally rubbing my hands with glee and looking forward to seeing what they would do to this guy. I mean, here I am being hauled over the coals for a $20,000 thing. What will they not do to somebody for $10 million? You know what they did? They looked at the proposal and they said, approve. I was shocked. I said, what is this? No NPV, no IRR, no hauling over the coals, no blood on the floor. What kind of finance committee is this? And I went back to my boss, who was also from UCLA, and told him, what is going on here? Should I leave the company or what? Either this company is crazy or they don't like me. In either case, I should leave. He sat me down and he said, you don't understand, Ashok. This company is not in the business of making slides. This company is in the business of running data centers. So when you went in there with a proposal to make slides, they looked at it as something that is relatively unimportant, not strategic. And that decision has to be justified on financial analysis alone. Whereas the other one, we are talking about building data centers, we have to build data centers. If we don't build data centers, we shut down. So it is too strategic a decision. That decision is already made. We have to build these data centers. The only question is, how well do we build it? And to complete the story, what happened a few weeks later is the person who was to build the data centers called me to his office and sat me down and said, okay, now let us work through how to build this data center most efficiently so that it's a good use of finance, of funds. Not should we build the data center, but how shall we build the data center?